Okay, here we are on the Jukebox Hero build. We are 100% Artificer, Intelligence-based Trapper, single weapon fighting. So 18 is our main stat, Intelligence. Con, our first feat was Insightful Reflexes. So we're using our Intelligence better than we can, so we won't do it. We are a trapper, so that means every time we level up, we focus on the trap skills, disable device and search being the most important of those. Spot and open lock are next, and then the use magic device will help us later with our UMD. Repair will help with any of our repair spells that we cast on ourselves. And then we need to put a point in balance because we are single weapon fighting. We have to raise balance every time we level up. We have a point left over, which I will put in jump. Jump is super useful for Hardcore League. Our spell selection, this is up to you. I usually take spells that I believe will be helpful for keeping me alive. I will use my inscription to go and purchase and inscribe all the other spells. So really, it's important during level up to take any rare spells that don't drop as scrolls. And you can Google and find the list of what the rare arcane spells are. Level 3, we take single weapon fighting, the first one. The most useful spell for us here, without being able to go and scribe, I would have purchased all of the spells here that I can scribe. I don't know what is rare. I think... Well, I know we can purchase a lot of these. I would have to Google the list, but for our purposes, for the demonstration of this video, I'm going to take repair because I want a heal. And I will also take... Oh, that's it. That's all I get. Okay. Intelligence every level up. Here we take Quicken. That's going to allow us to cast a Quicken Color Spray later. Another really useful spell for us is Elemental Weapon. Also very useful is to have the admixture. We can help our friends and heal. Lucky Cape is a good one. Toughen Construct, Reinforce Construct. This will give us temporary hit points, so I'm going to take that. What spells you select are up, it's up to you. Here we take Precision at level 6. And our first level 3 spell, a lot of people will take Flame Turret because at low level, Flame Turret is very helpful. It's a summon. Stone Skin is also very helpful. I will probably take Repair Serious Wounds just to have it, but Adamantine Weapon is also probably extremely useful. All the admixture spells are always useful. Again, if I were on the server playing hardcore, I would use my money to go and scribe all of the low-level spells. That way, when I leveled up, I would be able to pick whatever is rare that wasn't available for me to purchase. And you can find Artificer Scrolls in House C, in House Kenneth. Also in the portable hole, if you could get a teleport, a rod of teleport, you could teleport there. And you could purchase those in the DDO store if you have the DDO points. Okay, so I've got the 26 points, 1 racial, 1 universal. Those are from the expansions that I purchased. There's my 1 racial, my first universal. So the first order of business, what we want to do is we are single weapon fighting, so we need to have intelligence to hit. That's the first thing we go for. The next thing that we need to get is our weapon, and we also want immunity to magic missile, which we get right here. The next most important thing for us is to get fear immunity, which we get from reality bulwark. So that gives us 2 solid immunities on top of all the Warforged immunities right off the bat. We get our weapon, we've got the to hit. We then want to lock down our color spray because that is our main CC. So now, for now, we are done in this tree. You could also, if you are soloing, you could take this blur because it will give you, a good defensive. But the next that we want to go for is Strategic Combat 2, which is our intelligence to damage. Which we get right here. Now, I'm actually going to hold off on that know the angles and go for 1 more of these just to make sure our trapping. It's very important when you are on a trapper to maximize your trapping. So I've got this at +3, and that also gives me a +1 save on my traps. I've got my intelligence to damage. I've got tier 2 know the angles, which is great. I've got my 2 immunities plus all the Warforged immunities, and I got my racial there. We don't have enough points yet to do anything in that tree, but that's okay. We're only level 7. And I've got no gear on, except for the stuff that comes with my account, which gives me 5 more hit points, plus 1 natural armor, and 5 striding. I've got 124 hit points. I have a lot of hit points for a trapper. So I'll use this docent. Most of this stuff is garbage. I will wear that ring. Summon my little dog here. Although the pet really isn't very strong. But they are useful to pull levers, and at low level, they are not bad. There's my rune arm. God, the starter gear is so bad. That's +3 con. That's a good belt. Those Pathfinders, they don't really add anything. Well, except for... Are they part of this set bonus? No. That's the Pathfinder bonus, and these are the troubleshooters, so... Then I am melee. So this, though, is an intelligence stat. Since intelligence is our main stat and we are trapping, I will use that. We want to get our intelligence as high as we can. Okay, and so now I will set my spells. Okay, and we are ready to go. It's a very solid build for Hardcore League because of the built-in. It has a lot of immunities, a lot of defensives, really strong self-healing. You're trapping, you don't get evasion, so you have to be careful. But once we get into the Renegade Master Maker, we can increase our survivability with various skills there. Get our PRR up. So technically, you could go Adamantine Body in this build. Get your PRR very high. The only thing you have to worry about is your Arcane Spell Fail, but at high level, you could use gems. Now these picks are just straight out of the box. My bonus is plus 17. If I roll a 1, I can certainly blow up a box.
Line the walls and hang from the ceiling. Dead assistants or failed adventurers.
At this low level, the pet, is somewhat useful at attacking. I'm completely immune to poison, so I don't need to worry about that. The damage isn't super high, but we are a trapper, so we can solo, but every group loves a trapper.
Two signal crystals rest on either side of the metal door.
It's so nice being immune to that poison. Like, Warforged are great.
Platforms line the rim of a deep shaft descending
Very
into the
strong.
unknown.
This is probably the best race and class for Hardcore League, just because of all the survivability that's built into it. I've got a decent self-heal. I've got a pet. I can trap. I have a CC, which is my color spray. My jump is pretty good. Oh, I missed that jump. Oh, the lag. And you can get yourself a better docent and a better rune arm. I like the light rune arm, but fire is good too. See if I roll a 1. Oh, I rolled a 20. And I was interrupted. Rolled a 3 and I failed. I did not blow the box up. I rolled a 2 and I failed. I did not blow the box up. 13. Got it. So that's good to know. You only blow up a box if you roll a 1. Anybody can roll a 1. You have to be careful. Even if you were to have your bonuses. I believe if you can critically succeed, I don't think you blow the box up, but I might be wrong about that. But in order to get there, I would probably need to get my disable score to like 25-ish or 30 or something like that. Which, you know, on Hardcore League with nothing is difficult to do.
A signal crystal is set in the wall. Perhaps it is tied to a door somewhere.
The great thing about this build too is that you could always take a repeater with you if you wanted to do ranged GPS.
Though there appears to be a way through the spikes, high ground.
Which I probably would do. I threw out the one that they gave me because it's crap, but if I were playing this character on Hardcore League, I probably would have a repeater from the Borderlands. And I would probably use it when I needed to range. So because I'm on a trapper, I'm going to get all these traps. And I believe... I thought the other box was over here. So I guess a part of this room you cannot shut off. Yeah. So, on a Warforged, I can just run through this room. But how to trap it? You do that one. That box. Then you jump to this. You do this box. I rolled a 2. Oh, succeeded on an 8. Then we go back here. Search. Search for this trap. Found it. And this here, we just have to drop into the room. There's a bunch of spiders, so I'm using one of my know the angles. Very good.
A deadly-looking scorpion crawls forward to challenge you. The cobwebs here are thicker, as if a more potent silk were being spun by the spiders. Red Fang must be near. Miles' chitinous body clatters to the floor.
There can be a rare around this corner. A very scary rust monster, which they can stun you when you're on a Warforged. So my dog just ran into the fire. That's great. That's one of the problems with the pets. They're so stupid. Oh, I rolled a 3. 5, I did not get it. Rolled another 3. I got it on a 17. So I've been lucky I have not rolled a 1. Okay, I'm going to activate Know the Angles for this fight. And I'm going to color spray this. See how effective it is as a CC? Now I can flank it and just kill it. These are immune. They're vermin, so you can't color spray them, but that's no big deal. Very strong, very soloable. That's why I love the Fade Arc tree. It's very useful for Hardcore League. Full of great utility. It augments other trees very well. Provides you with defenses that are very handy. I still have 15 seconds to Know the Angles on, so I'm going to reapply it when it falls off of me, since that is a champion spider.
In a heat, twitching and hissing as life ebbs from its
Oh,
body.
actually, I don't need to. I was able to get through it. Right. Very easy. Good amount of hit points. That was with the only item that I had that I would consider a piece of trapping gear was this +2 intelligence. And at level 7, if you do the Salt Marsh or Feywild, you will have much better gear and you will be able to get your trapping skills much higher. You want to get the highest intelligence item that you can get. You want to find an item for disable and for search, and then you want to get the best picks that you can get. +5 obviously are the best, but on the Hardcore League it's somewhat difficult to get those immediately, so just get the best ones that you can. +1, even Masterwork are better than these. You know, Masterwork would give you, I think it's +2 or +3. So anything that will increase your score, you always have to remember that you can roll a 1 no matter what. And unless you have, you know, whatever it is, whatever the number is to critically succeed, if you roll a 1, you're going to blow the box up. So you don't want to trap a box like that with somebody near you. You want to try to get your fortification over 100%. So obviously, like an early docent that would be very handy would be something that has fortification on it. Anything that gives you PRR also early is good. So it looks like this is a blue slotted acid resist one. That's probably the best one, but none of them are good. I'll probably sell that. You also want to get your rune arm. The Sir Squilliam from the Salt Marsh is really good. The one from the Feywild Explorer Zone is also really good.